Hey, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about C# properties. We are going to see what is the purpose of properties and how to use them. Let's take an example of a class here. The bank account class. It has three fields: two integer, balance, account number, and a string, account holder. The account number is set via the constructor. In the main method, I'm creating an object of bank account and modifying the object via its public fields. I'm changing the balance and the account holder name and changing back the balance to -1. Note that I'm printing the account details before and after changing the balance. I'm going to run it via the command line. Print it twice with a different balance in the account. Now what if we had the requirement that the balance should never be a negative value? How would we handle that? I'm going to create a setter method called setBalance. This will be a public method that changes the private balance field. This private field is called the backing field. Note that now the only way to change the balance is via the set method, and it only sets the value if it's greater than or equal to 0. Let's use the setBalance method in the main method. So instead of an assignment, it's a method call to set balance. To print the account details, we no longer can access the balance field because it is now private. So we are going to add a getter, a get method for the balance. That would be the only way to retrieve the value of the private balance field. Let's run it again, and now we should see that the balance will not be negative. The account number is set in the constructor. You can also see that the account number can be freely changed even after the bank account is created. We don't want this to happen, so we will safeguard the value of account number by not allowing it to be changed after the object creation. So we made the account number private. But we needed to retrieve it. So we create a get account number. So we use the get and set methods to safeguard our private fields. This is basically the essence of C# properties. I'm going to make this class use properties to achieve exactly the same behavior. So if you see, we have got two properties: the balance property and the account number property. The balance property has an explicit backing field declared. The account number property does not need to have a backing field declared because we do not need any checks on the value. The C# compiler maintains its backing field for us. The account number only has a getter, and the balance property has both a getter and a setter. To create a property, you start creating it just like a field, but with a body with a pair of braces. Inside it, there are two special methods, get and set, defined without the parenthesis. But the set method has a special parameter called value that you can use to update your backing field. So you set it just like a field. When the property is assigned a value, you can access it via the special parameter called value. The code looks much cleaner and readable with properties. The private field balance is called the backing field. Like I mentioned earlier, for the account number, the compiler creates the backing field for us. Let's take a look at what the compiler creates for us with the help of a website called sharplab.io. Go ahead and check it out. We have a property without backing field defined here as an example. This is an auto-implemented property because the compiler creates it for us. Take a look at the IL code generated on the right side. It has created an integer backing field. It creates the get method for us as well. Let's see how the balance property with the backing field looks like in the IL. By the way, IL is the intermediate language. So the IL uses the backing field we created, called balance, and creates a get and a set method for us behind the scenes. Thank you for watching. If you found it useful, please leave a like and share it to someone who may find it useful. And don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.